Ladies and gentlemen, Hina. Alright guys, there are people that I've seen before that are dating really attractive men or women, and you might not think of them as the most gorgeous, you might not think of them as the best looking, but for some reason they've attracted the best looking men and women. And so you think to yourself, look, if you're a single person, you might be thinking, what have I not got? Or why is this not happening for me? Why is this not? Why this? Why that? But at some point you have to say to yourself, well, it's not about that, right? And you can't really focus on the people that have those things because really, if they have those things already and they've earned them and that's who they fell in love with, then really you can't really complain, right? I mean, the thing you want to, and maybe you want to and you do, but you can complain about being single and not having what you think you deserve. And I think obviously I don't want to stop you. If you want to complain all you want, darling. But yeah. So I mean, if you want to complain and you feel like it's helping, great. And you should let it out, right? Like if you feel like Susie around the corner has a better looking boyfriend than Maxine, and you have no boyfriend, and they both have good looking boyfriends, and you feel you deserve a better looking boyfriend, you're going to be upset, right? So it's obviously okay to complain. It's obviously okay. If you have someone to listen, maybe no one will listen. But anyway, so yeah, so I mean, but if you have someone listening and you want to complain, by all means go ahead. And if you have a platform, you can complain. But anyway, so yeah, so I mean, the thing is, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It doesn't necessarily, someone that's conventionally attractive like I am might not necessarily have, my wife is gorgeous too, don't get me wrong. But I'm looking for lovers and partners outside of the marriage. I'm in an open marriage, men or women. And so people might be like, well, you're gorgeous. How come people? And like, I mean, the thing is, okay, so my wife is gorgeous. Okay, so obviously I'm very good looking. I got the gorgeous wife. But people might be like, well, why don't you have a gorgeous boyfriend, or why don't you have a gorgeous girlfriend outside of the marriage, because you're in an open marriage? And I do date occasionally. I'm dating still, right, outside of the marriage, but men and women. But yeah, so when you see that and you think to yourself, hey, why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? And you're just like, well, I've seen people that I like, that I find attractive, but they're already dating someone, and they date someone that's less attractive than me. Go figure, right? Not all the time, but most of the time that's what happens, right? So I'm very, very, very attractive. So people that are dating elsewhere are usually dating someone less attractive than me. But that's who they fell in love with. That's who they want to be with, right? And you can't argue that. You can't fight that. And to do that would be ridiculous. There's no point in fighting that when you know they've already got that person. And that person is close to them, right? If you try to date them, people do cheat, which I don't think is a good idea. But people do cheat, obviously. But if you try to cheat with someone or whatever, they might literally laugh in your face. And you might be like, well, I'm so gorgeous. Why? But they do because they're in love with that person, right? You have to remember that feelings of love are very strong. Now, like I said, some people do cheat, but I don't recommend it, right? Like, who wants to live a life with a cheater and then be cheated on with them, right? They might be cheating on with someone else because they leave you for someone else because they're cheating on you, right? Anyway, totally enjoy. Bye now. Thanks, guys. Bye, everyone. Bye now.